David Robbio here.
And Jake Nicolle with the Robbio Nicolle real estate team. We are incredibly excited to be here showing you behind us 114 Tracina. This is a 4,200 square foot above ground, 1,200 square foot in the basement, modern French chateau. You do not see many builds like this. And Dave, why don't you tell us about the experience you had walking through this property?
Well, the first time that we walked through the property, we had the privilege to walk through with Adam Bucci, who was the thought out builder and designer of this stunning home. And all I kept thinking was attention to detail, symmetry, balance, and if I ever had to get someone to build me a home, I don't know who else I would go to. And also my biggest thing was the flow and the finish. 12-foot ceilings on the main, 10-foot on the second floor, 9-foot in the basement, and just adding that additional foot that we were getting on the main floor to make it 12 feet, 10-foot windows, unbelievable. Just, I cannot wait for you guys to see this place.
So as you guys can see behind us, massive frontage, beautiful lot. We could tell you a million other details, but dare we say, welcome home. Now, the moment you step inside, it is something else, eh, Dave?
Unbelievable. We have nearly 23 feet above clearance here. Gives you so much depth and volume, not to mention, like we said, 12-foot ceilings all throughout the main. You want to tour this room first?
Absolutely.
Let's do it, man.
So this is the first room that greets you, and all the sight lines throughout this home are incredible. We've got these 12-foot ceilings, this beautifully detailed and designed ceiling where we've got not just pot lights, but we have these details all throughout the house where you see these lovely pin lights that cast all this light. And Dave and I, the first time we ever came in here was at night, and all the little lighting details throughout the home make this feel like you're inside of a jewelry box, is the best way I can explain the evening experience. Throughout the day, it feels like you are in a modern French chateau where every detail is thoroughly thought out. So this detail here, all fluted, absolutely lovely around this gas fireplace, rounded in so it greets you. There's these feelings of not just modern French chateau, but also these almost Mediterranean feelings with these rounded shapes that are just beautiful. Love the sconce lighting in this space. And Dave's gonna take us through and check out the dining room space.
Cool. And right across from the family room, we have this lovely dining room space, all wrapped around this beautiful artwork. Now, one thing I also really love is if you look over there, we actually have the fireplace with the fluted rounding kind of feature over there. And right over here, we have this entire wall that it completely mirrors it. And again, the builder was so intentional to keep that level of symmetry. So I absolutely love that. We have these lovely wall sconces over here, and all throughout the main, we have 10-foot floor-to-ceiling windows. And if you notice, there's no trim, there's nothing around it over here. They wanted to keep that sleek, minimal look, and I think it is absolutely breathtaking. And now, real question, Jake, should we go through the servery or should we go back through the foyer?
You guys are gonna come right through the servery. This is a fun way to step through the home because what's really special about this, rather than this being a butler's pantry where you'd have the overhead cabinetry, you have these very minimal floating shelves, really well done, tying in with that 6-inch white oak engineered hardwood all throughout the home. So this looks lovely. And then this is quartz, and I love this choice of stone. It feels timeless, classic, very well done, lovely Blanco sink. And another detail you're gonna notice all throughout the home is there's a color scheme here with these really beautiful faucets all throughout that have this like very beautiful brushed, almost champagne look that we're gonna see, including the sconce lighting. There's these like really nice tips of this color that you see everywhere throughout the home. And then this detail right here, Dave, I mean, wow. 10 feet glass, we're looking through 3 levels. I'm looking down into the lower level where I can see the wine wall. And then this opens up 3 staircases all the way up to the beautiful, incredible skylight up above.
Yeah, this is, honestly, this is art. And I know that's what the builder was pushing for. He said, I want to make it feel like you're living in art. And every single space was thought out. And I remember standing here, and correct me if I'm wrong, when's the last time we saw this level of intentionality? Yeah. Like it's absolutely incredible. And then again, now we lead into the heart of the home, this absolutely stunning kitchen. Again, we have a huge oversized island right over here, that exact same quartz countertop, also over there, that is also book matched. And it just has this really good earthy tone, right? With the bronze over there, and we have all the nice matte finishes. And over here, we have all of our built-in appliances. So if you push really hard right here, we have our fridge right over here, and then it's completely matched on the other side with our freezer, with a nice beverage center right in the middle, our double wall oven.
I mean, we've got our oven, we got our microwave up top, really well done. This is this wine column that's lovely. Again, all of these being built in and integrated really well. Look at the detail here with decor of how well all their appliances are done, tied into the home. Even things like this kind of brushed material makes this appliance feel like it's part of this house where you have this beautiful art, okay? So like Dave mentioned, fridge, freezer, look how much storage you have, a ton of space all throughout here. We do have a full mudroom back there as well. And then this moment, where you step over, you've got a glass wall, beautiful evergreen all year round privacy in your backyard, which is just fantastic. And then these doors open right up. All right, you pop these open and you've got this incredible indoor-outdoor connectivity where imagine in the summer you're entertaining, maybe you're hanging out over here right beside the fireplace and you're looking back into your living room. The stucco out here is amazing, outdoor speakers. What else do you like about this space, Dave?
Well, one thing I do like, and you notice, as we stepped out over here, the builder was very intentional to make that as low of a drop as possible, so it feels like you're just continuing to walk out. And if you look back over here, not only is this a pool-sized lot, but you'll notice all the beautiful greenery, and it's actually on the neighbor's property, so it's not really eating into your space. So you got tons of space. They left the one kind of original cedar right over there, but this entire area is covered all throughout here, and then we have a walkout right down around the side over there that leads to the fully finished basement. I don't know what more you could ask for this outdoor space, man. It's absolutely beautiful.
I love the idea too that you're in the kitchen. It's a nice rainy morning. This opened up space means you're gonna have rain cascading down into this spot right here. Very beautiful. And then behind us, which you guys can't even see, there is a space that feels so incredibly European as a little downset space to bring you into the basement that we can't wait to show you. But come back inside. Living room wise, fantastic living room. Again, we've got our built-in speakers all throughout the space. These 12-foot ceilings give this space a ton of volume. It's really lovely. And then behind Dave here, we've got, again, this 10-foot panes of glass everywhere that really give that floor-to-ceiling indoor-outdoor connection. Very lovely. The stone here is beautiful. Again, all the choices of finishes, the fluting, the stone, everything feels both modern and timeless at the same time. Very hard to achieve.
Well, one thing I remember connecting with Adam was that if you look at our kind of border, they trimmed out this wood so that if you actually look, not a single piece of hardwood is cut. Everything is fully laid, so you don't have any cuts, and then all of our vents perfectly, just seamlessly flow right in. Again, the level of attention to detail is absolutely beautiful. We got our book matching perfectly centered right down to the middle with that center piece of hardwood splitting all the way down the way. It's almost like when I'm going through this house, I'm like, what flaw can I find? And that was my first game the first time around, and the answer is nothing, so surprise alert. The powder room.
Yes.
That was, this is something crazy, guys. Come take a look at this powder room.
So when you look back at this view right here, right? Tell me it doesn't feel like you're in a very exclusive boutique hotel. That's a big part of the way this feels, and a huge part of pulling that together is what bathroom do people experience at your house? They're not in your en-suites, they're not in your upstairs bathrooms, they're gonna experience your powder room. So in here, you have what is probably one of the largest, most spacious powder rooms I've seen. And you've got details like this, big piece of stone, all cut out so that you can have that recessed sink through there. You've got this really lovely champagne style tap that's beautiful with a giant piece of glass that makes you feel like you are in a boutique hotel. It is incredible. Solid doors throughout, nice big pieces of stone that wrap up behind with that little edge, and then the lighting underneath. You guys are gonna notice everything's been thought out. It's so detailed. And even behind us, we've got these big closets, right? Really nice, both sides, so your guests come in, dropping all their jackets and everything, and then you keep all of your mess over in the mudroom at the back of the house right off the garage. Perfect, really well laid out. Another thing, Dave, to highlight is that all of the flooring that you see that's either ceramic or porcelain, main floor upstairs, all has in-floor heating, so you never have to worry about this home feeling anything other than warm and inviting. It's really beautiful.
Absolutely stunning. Yeah, and then the only thing I would add, one big thing to note too is all the doors, you'll kind of see the same fluting all throughout the entire house to kind of keep that symmetry. And then even the hardware over here is ribbed. It's just everything has that fit, that finish, that sense of intentionality. And I mean, the reality is this video is gonna do it some sort of justice, but stepping in here in person is an experience in itself. And to wake up every day and call this home, it would be crazy. But when we do wake up in the morning, waking up in our bedroom, let's go take a peek upstairs to take a peek at these stunning bedrooms. Let's roll.
Arriving at the second floor, the very first thing before we even make it to the primary is you're greeted with this right here. Look at this space. Dave, you were saying that Adam Bucci had the vision where this is where you do a big display. Maybe you're gonna have a big tulip style table with art on top of it, or just a big caricature of art display. Because what's gonna happen is two things. Number one, this is gonna be a giant feature for you to come upstairs to and experience. The second thing is, if you take a look over here, we already have what feels like a big art installation with your pendant, big, beautiful chandelier lighting, but people that are entering in through the home that look up will catch a glimpse of something. So I personally think a tall, like caricature or something really cool in this space is going to do two things. It's gonna be a landing for you every time you come upstairs to enjoy, also something that your guests can check out. Dave, take us through this primary though.
Now take a peek over here. So when you step up through those stairs, immediately what you see is this tub. And I just kept thinking, I cannot show my wife this house because she's gonna make us somehow figure out how to buy it, okay? That is absolutely gorgeous, it's sexy, and it looks like something very earthy. And if you notice too, the transition, right from here, we have our hardwood running this way, and then we get our herringbone hardwood, okay? So I know we already talked a little bit about the ensuite, so let's just separate in here. The exact same black doors all throughout. We got the trim, we got the frosted glass, and we step in here, and we have a beautiful shower right over there with, even if you take a peek, we even have that lighting all throughout where your kind of wall niche is. We have all of that brass finishing again, that champagne finish throughout. And then we have our toilet area, floating toilet. And if you look at all the walls, the floors, we have the same tile all throughout, so it's absolutely seamless. And not only do we have his and her sinks, which are typically his and hers, we have his and her sinks right over there, giving so much use of this space up here, because essentially this primary wing is this entire back portion of the house. And then I would say this is the center. You think Helen will like this?
Absolutely.
I think so.
My wife would love this. And she's not a huge tub person, but I feel like if this is what you saw all the time,
you become a tub person.
You become a tub
Yes.
person. The other thing to note too is you guys are noticing all this light coming in. This is southern exposure. So we're getting all that beautiful daylight sun that's gonna be filtering in through the space. And then at night, again, because I had that experience, you have this beautiful LED lighting underneath our floating vanity, big piece of stone, all cut out, recessed, beautiful champagne like Dave pointed out. Even the sconce lighting being that same color of champagne blending in. These lights at night are so soft, so warm. I'm a big fan of that feeling, of feeling like you're in your own little retreat and hotel. This feels like a boutique hotel everywhere we go. And to drive that home, let's come take a look at the walk-in closet. Now, stepping inside the walk-in, one of the things that you notice the second you enter what feels like an entire suite at the rear of the house for the primary is this herringbone flooring that carries all the way through the bedroom, down the hallway, into this space. And this is a moment where I can immediately imagine all the shoes you want to display. Maybe you want to put purses up through there and have that on display. Now you want to have your dresses, your wardrobe, jackets, pants, everything, all LED lit. Dave, how would you use the space?
Well, I remember when I stepped in here first and I felt like I was at a boutique in Toronto where it was very exclusive, almost like a speakeasy boutique, to be able to get invited to the back of the showroom to kind of buy all the really expensive quality goods, and I was absolutely blown away. And again, what I liked was the symmetry. We still have all the nice lighting throughout, and again, Jake and I got to experience this home at nighttime, and it's very interesting now coming to see it in the daytime and recognizing how big of a difference this home and the theme has in the evening and daytime. Both unbelievable, but the fact that the home can kind of be inverted like that and kind of give you that level of experience is absolutely beautiful. Now, we said this is the entire primary wing, so we have our closet right here. Let's go take a look at actually the bedroom. So we walk through this hallway channel, we have our ensuite right over there, and then take a peek at this primary room. It is absolutely beautiful. Again, the herringbone bringing it all the way throughout. If you look above us here, we actually have a recessed ceiling with that fluted paneling all throughout, and we even have the lighting to give it a little bit more of a grand feature. And I remember one thing that Adam had said was he wanted to put this into the property because he says, you know, I want the experience to be when you wake up in the morning or you wake up in the evening and you want to just get that drink, you want it to feel like a hotel, right? We have our beverage center right over there. We even have running water, the exact same sinks all throughout the house, all the Blanco sinks all throughout the house to kind of give it that natural finish. Just beautiful. And then he went one step above and made this wall mirrored so you can see the reflective light, you could see yourself. It is absolutely beautiful.
So yeah, lovely choice of stones all through it. I feel like we've talked a lot about this because it's very easy to choose stones that are maybe trendy, that might not be cool in 5 years or might start to feel dated in a certain amount of time. These are choices of stone where it almost has that travertine look, that really beautiful, slightly porous stone that just, I think, enhances that French. This is a bit of a tip of the hat to the French chateau feel. So I really like that. And again, look at this window wall behind us. You're gonna have some beautiful curtains in here. You're gonna have beautiful light cascading through here, morning light, afternoon light, evening light.
One thing I do want to add is if you take a look over here and just look at the ceiling vents, they are perfectly balanced with the windows, okay? Now, it's not something you can renovate. At the time of construction, Adam said, I want all my vents, all my ductwork to be in line with everything, and it's just that level of intentionality. Even if you look underneath with our outlets, they're exactly centered with the windows, and then kind of keeping that, if you look over on this back wall, they perfectly carved all this feature out so you can have a queen or a king size bed right there. You have your outlets, easy to reach over, turn the lights on and off. Like, this room is perfectly balanced. Look for every little detail from your light switches to your vents. Like, this is on a different level. So I just wanted to make sure to highlight that because it's things that you can maybe overlook in the video, but in person, it feels like this house was perfectly sketched out and everything was done. Now, where else should we go take a peek, man?
Yeah, come follow us over. Let's go look at the rest of the house and get a feel for the layout of these other bedrooms. So this again opens up. This is your primary suite. We have our landing that you guys saw. I'm gonna take you through just a couple of these other spaces really quick. So right here, we have our laundry room. One of the things that Dave was just highlighting is every little piece of attention to detail, even things like the way tiles are laid with the grout lines. You can see everything is about symmetry, balance. There isn't a single tile that was laid without Adam being like, what's the best way to lay everything out to make sure that things are done very well. So really nice, very simple in here, nice countertops, good space for you to have in-floor heating in here as well. And then this brings us over to our first guest bedroom. Okay, what's lovely about this bedroom? We already have 9-foot ceiling. Now you add in this tray ceiling, really well done, nice big windows. And this is our first ensuite with a bedroom where you can see the level of attention to detail in here. Means we got double drywall seamlessly integrated with our tile here into the shower. You just don't see details like this every day. Very rarely do you see things like this. This is obviously a piece of stone for our trim so that everything in here can be a wet space. You can enjoy it. We've got our niche, beautiful LED lighting in there, gorgeous ceiling height, large, beautiful mirrors, even a window in here looking out over the front lawn. Really well done. And the last detail here is large closets everywhere. So we'll run you guys through the rest of these bedrooms because this is really where I think this 4,200 square feet above ground starts to shine on the second floor because we have a bedroom over the garage as well. So come take a peek at that.
Now, stepping into this room, and again, Jake just highlighted from the other bedroom all those key features. Look at the size of this room. We have our built-in closets over there, but I do want to point out one thing in the ensuite. So if you come over here, as Jake had mentioned, and this is a very big feature, the fact that this drywall is perfectly flush and seamless with the stone, there's no lip. But one other thing is down over here, you'll notice that we have our seamless drain, but this is actually on a slight slope so that it can actually drain perfectly into the ground. That is a level of thought that can only happen at the conception of a build. So every single bedroom, and I think if you noted from the ensuite, that was a remarkable ensuite, but it didn't just stop there. It started with all the guests ensuite. So every single attention to detail was absolutely really well thought out, and I'm just blown away.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. And again, you pointed out the symmetry with the vents, right? Where the windows are set, where the vents are set, everything is thought out, shows really well. I also love that this room just has a little bit of that soft pink color. It looks beautiful. As you can tell, this is potentially a room for your daughter. So very beautiful room. Nice big walk-in as well. This brings us now over to, again, and how beautiful is the scale of this space every time we see it. Brings us over to bedroom number 4. This room here is most people's primary bedrooms, okay? So really large scale to the room. All the symmetry, everything's thought out extremely well. Nice big walk-in, again, same thing. 8-foot tall doors all throughout here, beautiful. Okay, nice space for the closet. And then again, another bathroom, just like the other 2 bathrooms that you just saw, designed very well, no details overlooked, everything's done super, super well. So that concludes our upper level tour. Now come join us in the basement. Arriving at our 1,200 square foot basement, you're greeted with this detail that it will not have been the first time you've seen this detail when you arrive in the home, because from the servery, you get this view that you see right away of your big collection of all your bottles. Lovely. I'm actually gonna take you guys this way right away, because this is one of those cinematic moments, you guys will know what I did there in just a second, where you land in the basement and you have your little movie theater that is perfectly sized for this home in terms of proportions. It's exactly what you want. And it's done so well. I love the matte finish with all the trim, the walls, this tray ceiling again, LED lighting tucked up there, really beautiful sconce lighting. It totally sets the mood for you to have sofa here, sofa up here, big TV or projector screen there, and you get to just enjoy this lower level basement, but we're just getting started. So this space flows through over to a gym. Perfect spot for you to have a Peloton, a little setup of some dumbbells, TV through here, really well done. Or maybe you want to have this as like a kid's room where kids just throw their toys everywhere. You could have this tucked away in a back corner of the home. You do have a speaker in here, all the trim, everything's very well thought out. And this brings us over to the office.
Alrighty, so leading into the office, one thing to note, again, it's obviously an office. We're gonna have our desk around here, all the exact same doors and hardware, but I think at this point you recognize and understand that's not even a surprise at this point. That's just the level of symmetry we have through this home. But if you look right here, not only do we have an egress window, the builder, if you remember, all throughout the main floors, we have 10-foot ceilings. They wanted to cut this all the way down to keep that same facade. So if you did put up curtains and you had your curtains all the way over here, even though grade's right here and your window stops are here, you still get that experience as if the window was all the way down. So it's all these small little finishes that even carry right in through to the basement. And honestly, we're not even done yet. Let's go take a peek at the rest of the space.
Now, as we move toward the second part of this basement, this is really where you get a feel for what the 1,200 square feet in the basement feels like. We have an incredible space right here that, Dave, every time we've come down here, you comment on how much you like this right away.
Yeah, well, because to me, it feels like we've now entered into a speakeasy. Very similarly to the walk-in closet upstairs, it feels like that exclusive space to be. Yeah. When I came down here right away, I said, oh man, this is exactly that exact same space. We have the beautiful stonework all over there with the fireplace. We have the TV. We have the symmetry with the windows. Again, the window wells going all the way down to the base on the interior. And then we have this lovely little cutout over here, our stone that matches here, stone matches there, book matched, and then the lighting. Usually in a basement, it was where we start to see corners getting cut. Yeah. Exact same sink, same matte finishes, same finish through upstairs. And again, I want to stress this so many times, Adam Bucci is not a guy who cuts corners. He wants to make sure you have that experience through every single square inch of the home. And that's why he's on site every single day, making sure all the trades are doing everything they need to be doing every day, so that when you come through as a buyer, you go, wow, you can really kind of feel the difference.
Big time. And for all of us in Oakville too, something I think you can appreciate is we've all been to Seven Nautica. Beautiful restaurant, that subterranean feel. This gives that same feeling of just like you're in a space that is yours. I just imagine entertaining here, how much fun it is to be serving drinks, entertaining people. Again, you have your movie theater behind us. You have a beautiful theater room. This could be a big games room as well. I love the large, oversized, fluted wall with this LED lighting that's recessed, tucked back up there, cascading that beautiful light down. And as if that's not enough, this space over here brings us to really what feels like a beautiful European style outdoor patio space that I just imagine sitting here, little table, you're having maybe an espresso in the morning and you're enjoying this space. And this is also where you get to see the scale of the property. All the stucco is done impeccably, beautiful sconce lighting. And look at the size of this walk up here, eh, Dave?
This is, most walk-ups, just for context, are gonna stop right around here. Yeah. But we didn't want to make it feel like a walk-up. We wanted to give a grand feeling of, again, this is an entrance. Like, look at the size of that. Yeah. Most are kind of covered and it feels a little bit dungeony. You very well could even put a barbecue right there. If you wanted to have someone living down here, they have a full bathroom, which we'll tour in a quick moment. They have their own kitchen, own bedroom. You can have your own kind of setup right here. And then when you have guests come by, you're not ashamed to say, hey, go around the side entrance. Yes. Like, this is a grand feeling to this home, which is absolutely lovely. And I did mention a bathroom, so we'll take a peek at that. We have a bathroom right in over here. And like Jake mentioned earlier, all the stone, everything is heated. So anytime you see stone, you're gonna be able to have warm toes. We have a beautiful countertop over here, stone countertop, sink. We have a full stand-in shower. And again, if you note, all the drywall, even in the basement, completely flush with the tile. Not a single corner cut. And then stepping in over here, the tiles have been laid in such a way that it's graded, so all the water slides in. We have a beautiful lights in our kind of niche cutout right over here. And even, I don't know if the video's gonna do justice, but all the tiling work, all the lines are perfectly symmetrical. Not a single thing is out of balance. And I remember Adam saying there's several times we got to come on site and say, we need to recut that tile, we need to realign that, because he's just not willing to cut corners. And that's the type of guy that you want to have building your home. Well, Jake, I don't know about you, man, but every single time I come in this home, I am blown away. Attention to detail, just the vision that Adam Bucci, the designer and builder, had for this property. And this property, titled 114 Tracina, truthfully is something people need to come and experience in person.
My name's Jake Nicolle. This is David Robbio with the Robbio Nicolle Real Estate Team. We can't wait to help you guys find your dream home. This is a house that you need to come see in person, enjoy the beauty of it, and also the aesthetic. You gotta kind of come, touch and feel this house. There's a little bit of a kinesthetic to it that you'll appreciate when you come here in person. And the neighborhood is so quiet. You guys are gonna love this one. My name's Jake.
My name's David Robbio. Thank you so much for joining us on this tour, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.
Cheers, guys.